Hello everyone and welcome back to our 9-month around the world adventure, and today we've made it to Klaipeda, Lithuania, where we're going to have a nice relaxing day. We're going to take a little train around the town, have some dinner by a beautiful canal, and just stroll the streets and do a little shopping in this nice Baltic city.
Welcome to Living Phase 2.
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Nancy, and we're empty nesters striving to live life to the fullest.
And we are living that full life, going all the way around the world and taking 9 months to do it on the ultimate world cruise.
Well, we sure are. And friends, today we're in Klaipeda, Lithuania, and this happens to be day 241. We are getting near the end of our adventure. Now, Klaipeda is located, it's kind of wedged between Latvia, Russia, Poland, and Belarus. But it's southeast across the Baltic Sea from Sweden, where we just were.
Yeah, so we're kind of zigzagging back and forth as we're going here through the Baltics and through the Baltic Sea. So, well, our ship, where your ship docks here in Klaipeda, it's not too far from the downtown. In fact, right off of where your ship docks, quite often you'll find the little train, as we've called it in some places, La Petite Train.
And we're seeing those little trains more and more in these different cities, and they're a very fun and sweet way to explore the city.
Yeah, they really are. So this one was about 15 euros, I believe, and 15 or 16 euros. And yeah, it gave us 45 minute little tour around the town. This is really, I guess I'd kind of call it a sleepy little town. I mean, this is
There's not much here.
No, there's really not. It's not a bad stop.
Right.
It's a beautiful little town, but this isn't your big heavy sights. This is almost what we call a sea day on land, where we're going to relax a little bit. We're just going to enjoy the town and not do the commando touring we do in some areas.
That's a good way to describe it, a sea day on land.
Right.
Because we didn't do much today.
Yeah, I agree. So really, if you're on a world cruise like this, you have to plan these days to where you're not killing yourself constantly, because right now we have no sea days in this big stretch, and so we've got to take some time to relax and just enjoy it. So that's what we did. Well, we started off in the little train, took it around town, saw the sights in about 30-45 minutes, and then he dropped us off actually right near a canal where we walked that area around the canal and just really were looking for a nice place to have lunch.
Right. So we found a lovely little restaurant that was right on the waterfront. I will mispronounce it, but it's like Gaze Rhine, something like that. And we decided just to have a meal of appetizers because all their appetizers looked really good on the menu.
Yeah, we tried one of the traditional ones from this area, from the Baltics or Russia area, was a fried bread with goat cheese on it. That was really good. And, I had to try their chili to see how they would approximate a chili. And honestly, they did a great job with it. I thought everything we had was really good there. And then one of the best things, we had a great view. And we're right on the canal and watching the boats go by. And in fact, that is an activity many people on the cruise ship did. They rented these little paddle boats and they went on and cruised up and down the canal. And so we saw several of our friends from the cruise ship as we were having lunch.
So the fun thing about being on this world cruise is we now know a lot of people from the ship, and they know us as well, and so they're waving and we're waving back, and this has been a very special cruise to get to really know people.
Yeah, we were with our, I think it was your brother that said this. We were all walking and as we're walking through the different towns, we're like, oh, hi, how you doing? So-and-so, how you doing? How you doing? And he just shakes his head and he goes, it's so funny when world cruisers see each other in the wild. And we do. We come into a town and you think you're in this whole city, maybe a city of millions of people, New York or something, and we're bumping into world cruisers left and right. And there's only really a little less than 650 of us, and yet, we just see each other all the time.
But the nice thing about that too is now we're family. At this point, we're all family and we all will help one another out. So if there was another world cruiser in need, anyone would jump in and help them out because we all know each other at this point.
Yeah. Well, after lunch, we went ahead and went through the town a little more. You wanted to do a little bit of shopping.
Right, well, there was a little open air market, and those are always fun to go to. And so I found my Christmas ornament there. Actually, it wasn't a Christmas ornament, but I've turned it into one. And so it was a little, like a little stein here, but I've added a ribbon to it. And so you can see it.
Very
Another
nice.
thing I found there was a lady that was doing a needlework and handiwork, and she was making these beautiful table toppers. And so I picked one up, and I'm going to put it on my table after Christmas. I think it's kind of wintry looking.
You want me to hold part of it over here?
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
There you go. Oh, let's cover ourselves up. Whoa! So,
But she did.
Beautiful pattern.
She did all the little I guess little snowflakes or little flowery designs. She was doing those by hand, and so that was very special.
Yeah, that'll look nice on our table.
I think it will too. Then, friends, after we had finished the little shopping, it was time for us to go back to the ship. There really wasn't much to see and do here.
It was a nice, relaxing day.
It was a very relaxing
But
day.
we had one more thing to see. So when you're heading back to the ship or going either way on or off the ship, you have to cross a swinging bridge. So this is a very famous bridge here. It was built in 1885. Actually, this area right outside the port is the old castle ruins, and this canal that the bridge goes over was one of the old moats of the castle. And in 1885, they replaced the old wooden bridge with this swinging bridge. And so it's man-powered, and the two guys get out there and they turn this big crank, and the bridge swings to one side. Now, here's where it's really important. If you're cutting it close to get back to the ship, and this bridge is open, it only opens and closes so many times for the pedestrians here, and you could find yourself getting back to the ship late if you don't time it right. So you got to give yourself plenty of time. Know the bridge schedule, which it's on.
It's posted.
It's posted there. And just know when the bridge is opening and closing. But it's a lot of fun to watch them move the mechanism and to open and close the bridge. And not only that, but there's a really interesting sculpture.
Well, there is here, and it is called the Black Ghost Sculpture, and it's like this monster crawling up out of the canal there and up onto the bridge, and this was put in place back in 2010, so it's really not that old, but it's just a very interesting, something to talk about, sculpture.
Yeah, kind of very Lord of the Rings, ring wraith kind of thing. So don't miss that right there. As you cross the swinging bridge, you'll see it just crawling out of the water, and be sure to get a picture from both sides, because it's not just the front, but it goes down into on the edge of the bridge there, or the waterway. Well, we headed back to the ship, and we just had to get some rest, because no rest for the weary, right? No sea days for us. The next day, we're in Rhone, Denmark.
We are. Well, in Rhone, we're going to wander the streets with friends. It's a charming little town. And your hot dog challenge continues.
Get a Danish dog.
You do. So don't miss it, friends. All right. We will see you very soon. You have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye now. Klaipeda.
Hold on. I get it. Okay.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our 9-month around the world adventure. And today we've made it to Klaipeda, Lithuania, and we really didn't do much here. Yeah, that's the end of the video.
Bye.